this is a little more than a tiny bit aggravating. I just called in to check in, and they're telling me that this is a drop and hook. I had no information saying that this was a drop and hook. I didn't know this place had drop and hooks. I could have dropped this in here last night, got into Storm Lake, took my break up there, picked up my load, and then gone. I honestly could have done this load like way differently. I could have gotten here a day ago. Did not see in that load where it said that I could drop, and they didn't mention it to me. They didn't mention it to me when I called him, told him what I was planning. Not there today for me to bitch him out. So hey, you know, when I called you and told you I was going to sit for a day and a half, why didn't you tell me I could drop and hook this thing? Because I didn't realize that. When I got here last night, I still didn't realize that. I could have went and dropped this thing, and I still had enough time to get up to Storm Lake. Could have taken my break in Storm Lake. Picked up my next load and gotten down to Hutchinson and waited. Just would have made things a lot better, a lot different. It's my fault. I should have looked at the freaking thing a little closer. It is in there, but I didn't see it. Stop up at the pilot, I guess, because it's the only one between here and Storm Lake, and top off the reefer fuel because it's like almost half empty, so you can't drop it in there like that. We'll pick this thing up, and then I'm going to get to South Hutchinson today and wait, because I can wait to get delivered there. close enough? You're kidding me. Unreal. Never happens where I'm right down the road from a freaking truck stop or something, you know. It's always got to be in the middle of nowhere. If I can't find somewhere with air. A truck stop down the road, but it's not a truck stop. I doubt they have air.
Keep right on Richland Drive.
Tire shop right there, but it's Father's Day and it's Sunday. They're closed. Fun. That didn't work out. They have air here, but I'll show you why that doesn't matter anymore in just a second. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna hold air anymore. What do you think? Got to buff out? I'm trying to figure out who they can send out here. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. I'm not close to anything. Storm Lake is not close to anything. I'm already going to be tight on this load. Got 7 hours and 46 minutes to do 416 miles, which is doable as long as I get going down the road here. I don't have to be there till like 6 a.m. 12 hours, so if they can find somebody to come fix this thing within a couple hours, it shouldn't be a problem. But I mean, Father's Day Sunday, I guess I'll fill out my paperwork for my last load while I'm sitting here waiting. Sitting here editing this video, and they give me a call. They're going to be here in about 3 hours, which is about what I expected being out here. But I was sitting here on the phone with my wife, and I realized he's already here. And I come out to talk to him. He's already almost done. Like, he ain't been here 20 minutes. He's already got the new tire on, about to air it up and drop me out. I'm ready to go. So, night's turning out better than it could have. Yeah, they're talking about getting rid of all that shit soon, because it's just kind of causing more problems than it's fixing.
Your inside tire's low too.
Is it? Yeah. So it's probably leaking, because they're connected, right? So
yeah. Well, separate lines. But I mean,
I was told they feed each other. If one's low, it'll draw air from the other one.
oh yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, because that was flat, so it's drawing air from the other side. Tries to keep them balanced or something, I don't know.
This looks like a very good ride car though.
No, it's a trailer tire they put on there. Lot of leeway there, but I think I can make it work. I think I can make up some time on that too. It's not like there's any mountains between Iowa and Kansas to slow me down, and it's nighttime traffic now, so I won't have as much chance of running into traffic on the way down there the road, so I can make it happen. Really didn't want to stop. I wanted to get on down, but the freaking bugs are so crazy. I ran out of fluid, and it was getting to a point where I could hardly see out the windshield, so that's I'll be there around 4:30 or 5, so I'm doing pretty good on time, so I shouldn't have a problem hitting that appointment time. What I got? 150 miles left. 136. Yeah, 2.5 hours away. So be there around 5. Appointment to 6. It's perfect.
Turn left. Then turn
I
left.
know. You don't have to tell me every time. I know. I'm in a parking lot. There's not a lot of choices, but appreciate it. I'm a little early and I don't really like where I'm parked, so I'm going to try to find somewhere out of the way. They have the big old lot across the street. If that's the only place I can find, that's fine too. It's a children's yard move, so I don't waste any more of my drive time. So where I'm parked, nobody can get around me, that kind of stuff. Crime's not going to worry about it. He's just going to park in the middle of everything. But there's a big old lot across the street. I'll just park over there. Walk back over here when it's closer to time to receive. You watch, freaking shag driver will show up and be irritated that I'm over here. And I don't know if that'll happen, but stuff like that does happen. It's like I'm trying to be out of everybody's way. Another hour or so, I'll head up there. I'll just walk over there and try to get checked in that way. Oh yeah, my super glue broke
ahead,
again.
turn left on North Main Street.
This time it lasted like 2 weeks, but it broke again. I have a brand new pair of glasses at home. Alright, so if this next load goes according to what I would like to do, if I can get this thing delivered tomorrow morning and get the bills turned in, it's going to be another 3,100 mile week. It's not horrible. That's one thing. Shoe store will run you if you put the work in. They'll give you the miles. Now the only problem is this all would have been a lot easier, except for couldn't account for the flat tire that just happened. But it would have been easier if I could have gotten this last load delivered the night before last, whatever day, yesterday morning instead of yesterday evening. I would have been in Storm Lake when I started this load, so I would have started a little later, and I would have gotten here a little earlier with hours left, because I got an hour left on my clock, which is not enough to do anything. When I get done here, I'm going to have to just be done here. Still have 3 hours left on my shift. But I mean, I can already tell this place is probably not going to get me unloaded quickly. The last time I was here for like 19 hours waiting to get unloaded. So after I go take my bills in, I'm going to sleep, because unless it's just abnormally quick here, I'm going to be here a while. So really this next load is probably not going to be on this week's paycheck, which still leaves me with 2,500 miles this week, which is not bad. It's not a great week, but it's not a bad week. Seems like I'm the idiot, because that prime truck just got unloaded. He's over there closing his doors, so I should have stayed over there. That's what I'm going to do now. Should just wait here. She'll come out in a minute and tell me which door to back up to. Okay. Well, I'm gonna sit here for about 11 hours. It would have been nice to get up there and get that load today, but then, like, I was sitting here the whole time, like, watching the clock like an idiot. And like, yeah, I can make it up there, and I could actually. It's only 35 miles. But the thing's not even supposed to be ready until 11. And my clock will be burnt out in an hour. And maybe I could park there, but it's not going to do much to help me tomorrow. So I'll just get my break in, get up, go pick this thing up, as long as I'm there before 10 o'clock tonight, because it's a drop and hook. Hey, I read it this time. And then it's going to be 640 miles.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I should be able to do that just fine. It's especially at night shift. But this is about as much sunshine as you're going to see today. And it'll still be up when I get up. Sunset at 10 o'clock last night. Like before it was completely dark. Anyway. I'm not even all that tired, man. It's been a $15-hour day. It's weird because like 5 hours ago when I was driving, I was actually starting to feel tired. But now that I'm done for the day, I really don't feel that tired. But I'm gonna try to get some sleep so I can pick this thing up. And it'd be cool to get this thing delivered 8 a.m. I'll be there by 8 a.m. unless something holds me up tonight and I can't make it. But barring that, I'll be there. And if they get me unloaded in a fairly reasonable amount of time, it should be 3,100 miles. It's crazy. I just went so many years just barely scraping by with like 2,500 miles. I thought that was like normal. And finally found a company that I can get some decent miles in. And I can't help but think about how much money I'd be making if it was my truck. Which they offer a program, but I really am going to pick through that thing with a fine-tooth comb because I just got done with a lease purchase bullshit program. As far as I can remember, it's not a lease purchase. They help you with a down payment on one of their trucks, right? So they, being a multi-truck company, the way they operate is, which I really don't understand why this is a financially viable option in the trucking industry. But these big companies, they don't keep trucks but a couple years and they just trade them out for new ones. And it's like, I don't understand that. They just have never-ending truck payments. I'm sure they get big discounts for buying as many trucks as they do, but anyway, and they sell the trucks, right? So I guess that's probably how, right? They sell the trucks to owner-operators. But I remember them saying the price was like 70 grand. I could find a cheaper truck than that, I think. I mean, when I was looking, I was finding trucks for $40,000, $50,000 with less than 500,000 miles on it. So I don't know. Next time I get up to the yard, I'm going to go in and try to see who I can talk to about it, see if I can learn a little bit more about it. Because I really don't know why I would buy a truck just to be a company driver in my own truck. Like, if I'm going to buy a truck the next time around, I'm going to get my own authority. Because I do not understand the point, after what I just went through, of owning a truck just to be a company driver. Because that's all you are. If you buy a truck and then operate under their authority, they still tell you where to go, when to go, and which way to get there. So I don't know how that's owner-operator stuff, but I don't know. I'll figure it out Sunday. I don't know why I started even talking about this shit. It's just on my head all the time, I guess. I'm trying to go get some sleep.